Hello, today we are looking at the Mamluk conquest of Jerusalem. The Mamluk conquest of Jerusalem. In the previous video, we examined how the Ayyubid Caliphate recaptured Jerusalem in 1244 AD, in 1244 AD, through the assistance of the Khwarezmian forces. Sultan Saleh, the last Sultan of the Ayyubid dynasty, invited Khwarezmian forces to assist him to drive away the Crusaders from Jerusalem. But after he did that, he now had issues with his Khwarezmian partners. He now began to replace them with Mamluk forces. Mamluk forces were like soldiers of fortune in his army. But after the death of Sultan Saleh, the Sultan of Egypt, his son Tuaram Shah al-Muazzam Tuaram Shah succeeded him as the Sultan of Egypt. But on May 1250 AD, al-Muazzam Tuaram Shah, the son of Sultan Saleh, was assassinated by the Mamluks. The Mamluks leaders were Aybak, Qutuz, and Baibars. They were the first, second, and third Sultan of the Mamluk Sultanate after the overthrow of the last Ayyubid Sultan, Tuaram Shah, who was assassinated on May 1250 AD in Egypt. So Aybak became the first Sultan of Egypt under the Mamluk Sultanate. So from 1250 to 1254, the Mamluks established their rule in Egypt. From 1254 to 1257, the Mamluks established their rule in Syria by driving out the remaining Ayyubid forces out of Syria. So in 1250 to 1254, the Mamluks established their rule in Egypt. From 1254 to 1257, the Mamluks established their rule in Syria. As I said earlier on, Egypt and Syria were the main centers, the main power centers of the Islamic world at that time. From 1260 to 1270, the Mamluks drove out the remaining Khwarezmian mercenaries out of Syria and Israel. But concerning the capture of Jerusalem, the Mamluks captured Jerusalem between 1257 and 1260. As I said earlier on, between 1250 and 1254, the Mamluks established their rule in Egypt. Between 1254 and 1257, the Mamluks established their rule in Syria. Between 1257 and 1260, the Mamluks captured Jerusalem. Between 1260 and 1270, the Mamluks drove out the remaining Khwarezmian mercenaries out of Syria and Israel. After the Mamluk Sultanate, the next caliphate to rule over Israel was the Ottoman Caliphate. It was the last caliphate to rule Israel before the British intervention, before the British conquest of the Ottoman Empire or Caliphate, First World War in 1918. So, for the Mamluk Caliphate, Israel was captured in 1257 to 1260. That's so far for the Mamluk Caliphate. Thank you very much.